What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video, the first one in approximately 15 days, I believe. No, more than 15 days, if I'm not mistaken. To my 2 subscribers who I know dearly waited on me to upload, I'm sincerely sorry. It will never happen again. Well, it might happen again. But the only excuse I can make is that I've been procrastinating. And that's actually the main topic for today's video. To create or to consume, what might that mean, you might ask? As I stated in my previous video, there is an abundance of media to consume nowadays. Whether it be through social media such as TikTok, IG Reels, fucking YouTube Shorts, if you're under the age of 13 years old, or whether it be through, streaming platforms such as, Netflix, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, you name it. There is a plethora, damn near, not even damn near, there basically is an infinite amount of media that the average person can consume on a daily basis. Which, on paper is phenomenal, right? Nobody's complaining about each piece of content being catered towards them. Nobody's complaining about the never-ending dopamine hits that they get from consuming straight bullshit on TikTok for God knows how long. But they are, but you get the point. We all love unlimited entertainment is all I'm getting at. But the issue arrives where so-called unlimited entertainment begins to compromise our lives. It gets in the way of our goals, our aspirations, and mainly speaking for our artists and creatives. It kind of hinders our, I don't want to say obligation, but it hinders our discipline to actually create instead of just consume everything we see. Just feeding into the art of doom scrolling creates the big P word, procrastination. And this video is more so of a reflection on myself, right? Because I am aware of my issue with remaining disciplined, staying consistent, and procrastinating. But also this might apply to many other artists or aspiring creatives who have these big ideas that they want to achieve or just they want to create, but it's really difficult to do so because of the never-ending content that we all see. And I want to clarify, this isn't only in the context of consuming meaningless content. I would say a majority of the content that I consume is actually very educational, insightful, profound, philosophical, whatever it might be. But like I said, you can just get so caught deep into just being in your comfort zone and wanting to watch things all day rather than getting up and actually creating and feeding into your ambitions, right? And then it also applies in the context where you can be discouraged from what you see on social media or just in media. Say you want to pick up the bass guitar as a new hobby, right? And so you go on TikTok, you type in people playing the bass guitar, and the first dozen videos you see are just kids, might even be your age, just absolutely, I don't want to say shredding because you shred an electric guitar, not a bass guitar, but just playing the most melodic tunes on that bass guitar. You just get discouraged because you feel like, man, I would never be at the point where they are. But truth be told, they were in your exact shoes at one point, starting at ground zero, learning how to play a new instrument or pick up a new hobby or learn a new skill, right? We all start from somewhere. But the illusion that social media can often create is that, you see the best of the best and it's just so easy to get discouraged, you know what I mean? Because you feel like you'll never reach that point, which is just not true. And the discouragement might lead to procrastination, which might lead to you just giving up on the hobby in general, right? And you don't want to reach that point. I've been on winter break since today is almost the 18th. I've been on winter break since December 6th, I believe. Yeah. So with college, of course, you get a full month off for winter break, thank you, Jesus. And so I kind of made it my objective to really just spend this entire break maximizing myself rather than just sitting on my ass and wasting it. And I would say so far I'm doing a pretty good job at it, right? I've been working out daily. I've been, reading a lot more, which is something I plan on, doing more in 2026, reading more physical books and reading more news outlets. I have been, getting better at producing music, which is something I want to do in the future. Once I get my DJ kit, hopefully by Christmas, I will spend a vast majority of my time learning how to DJ and learning how to mix. And I've been wanting to, upload on at least every 2-3 day basis on YouTube, which clearly I haven't done so far, but again, that's kind of the main point for this video. And so I think for many creatives and artists, right, or really this applies for everybody, for anybody, to combat the big P word, you got to combat it with the big D word, discipline. It takes discipline to spend X amount of time recording or, practicing producing music. It takes discipline to decide to read, at least one credible political news outlet per day. It takes discipline to spend X amount of time, brainstorming YouTube video ideas, and actually recording, right? And then soon you'll see, with discipline comes consistency, and with consistency comes progress. And wait, fuck, I messed that up. And with progress, ideally comes success, right? So it all starts with the discipline and battling that big P word, and maybe another big P word too for some people out there. But yeah, man. If you have dreams of creating things monumental, if you have dreams, creating things just for the fun of it, man, because you have a passion. If you have dreams like really in any other field of life or facet of life, it all starts with the discipline, right? It's never going to be a completely linear, easy, straightforward process, but it all starts with the discipline. And so you're left with the choice. Do you want to consume or do you want to create?